Well, hi everybody. It's good to be back. I see we've got a couple of guys in the green room, and I'm just going to introduce. The first one in was Frank the Tank. How you doing, Frank?
I'm doing good.
Good stuff. And we're joined today also by Dennis Lovelady. How you doing, Dennis?
Oh, great. How about you?
Good. That intro was shot, oh God, I bet you back in April or so.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah. You could see it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you could see the pool was still covered back then. We hadn't got the pool cover off, but yeah, and it is a pretty big field. It's all in potatoes now. There's 100 acres of potatoes out behind me, so.
Wow.
So we'll get lots of drifting snow this year. There'll be nothing out in that field. So how are you doing, Frank?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Some builds for on-road for trucks.
Yeah, doing some trucks. Yeah. You been flying, Dennis?
Just weekend.
Yeah.
I'm creating an echo, or is that somewhere else?
What's that? Sorry?
Do you hear an echo?
No. Am I echoing?
Yeah, it's coming from Gary. StreamYard did that last time with another stream.
Yeah.
Just mute yourself and then mute yourself. It fix everything. No, it's not there.
Is it back now?
No,
Testing 1, 2.
Testing.
It's weird. It's coming from your end.
From me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Because I got a new microphone, so it should be. Oh, hold on. I got two of me up here.
That'll do.
Who's that guy? Oh no, that's that one. Okay. How do I get rid of that?
I don't know.
Stop that screen. Okay, is that better?
Testing. No,
Testing?
No,
Testing. Okay, hold on.
It's interesting because when Frank is speaking or when I am speaking, but not when you are.
Yeah, Dennis is echoing way worse than mine for some reason.
I thought so too.
Okay, well my Yeti seems to be working. I'm checking the levels. Maybe I'm a little too hot.
Yeah,
No?
that might be.
How's that? Better?
Can you talk, Dennis?
Yeah, hi. I tell you what, I'm gonna leave if it's me. I'm right back. Promise I won't.
Okay, good stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris Hope is in the chat, and WTF Mike. So yeah, we're getting there, eh? I think 2 weeks ago I had a total of 4 viewers. I peaked at 4. Last week I peaked at 9. So we'll see if we can. We're not going to break any records here, but
Survey's up.
Jim Bossart says I sound great. Everybody else is echoed. Oh,
Okay.
maybe if I turn the output volume down.
Is
that any better?
Snapshot. I think you got it.
Got it now?
What do you think?
Sounds
Frank?
better now.
Yeah.
Better now? Okay.
Well, he's
That
still
was
on.
my volume was turned up too much on the output, so I can hear you guys whispering.
Okay, we'll have to do sign language.
Yeah, I think maybe when I come on Thursday, I'll do it with the ear pods in.
I just think that'll solve that.
Yeah. So you've been flying there, Dennis? You were saying no?
No, just the weekends. Just the sunrise.
Yeah. We, my wife and I did an hour-and-a-half trip to Elora. There's a gorge up there with a mill and a waterfall, and we were, anxious to get that shot.
Cool.
Yeah. So we drove an hour and a half, got there and couldn't find a place to park, and the place was just crawling with people. So we just turned around and came home.
Wow.
So we had a 3-hour drive, but nothing to show for it. So we're doing it again tomorrow. We'll try and catch it midweek when the tourist traffic is down. So we'll probably be okay tomorrow. And Paul Paul Murray has joined us in the chat.
Hey, Mr.
Very
Murray.
good. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah. So you've been building more trucks there, Frank?
Yeah, I've been building a Range Rover, the original Range Rover.
Oh, okay.
And it's got small tires. It's not like a big 4x4. It's more like a grocery truck will get. And I even put a dog in there. I got a map. I got the compass. I got fishes in the back. I got cases of beer. It's all scaled out. It's nice.
Nice. Now, it's easier to do that kind of scale stuff now that you can, make color prints and, wrap stuff around little objects.
Yeah.
Back in the day when I was model railroading, you had to hand paint all that stuff, or clip it out of a magazine, the little signs and stuff. If you wanted to make a billboard, you couldn't just print a 1/48 scale billboard. You had to find something in a magazine that you could clip out that was, the right size to do that sort of thing. So yeah. So things have changed a lot now,
I think WTF Mike is on the right track. There seems to be some sort of reverberation going on. It's not an echo. It's a reverb.
Okay. So I'm using my mic as cardioid, so it shouldn't be picking up too much other than me.
Okay.
It might be the settings you have. I don't know why it's doing that, but if you mute yourself while we talk, nothing happens.
Yeah. It seemed to work well with Paul Murray's stream and with Canadian Drone Hub. They didn't have a problem, but I think maybe that's the difference between Zoom and StreamYard. This is StreamYard, so I don't know if there's a difference in the outputs or.
Anyway, we'll live with it.
Yeah. And I looked at doing Zoom, and I've got Zoom, but I can't figure out how to make it simultaneously, like simulcast to YouTube.
To YouTube and what?
And anything. It looked like it was just a Zoom meeting between, people that were here, right?
Between Zoom and YouTube. Yeah. I see the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Zoom. So.
No, neither do I. And I'll probably get on the blower with Paul or Roger or somebody and get it figured out. This old brain doesn't seem to be able to absorb stuff.
Yeah, you have to go on the web on your stream settings, and there's a spot in there that you have to click to tell it you want to stream to Zoom to YouTube.
Yeah.
And also there's another one that will stream to YouTube using a streaming link. Like that, you'll be able to prepare your stream in advance and say to YouTube, I want to stream this at a certain time.
Yeah.
And then it advertises to everybody that you're going to go live. And then, as soon as you go live with Zoom, it catches onto that stream because you got to import that key and you got to put it in there.
Yeah. Well, I think that happens now with StreamYard. It notifies people that I'm coming on in half an hour or something, And I try to be on time, and I put in a little intro video to give people time to come into the chat before I start yapping, right? So, nobody needs to hear me talk to myself. 3 dots at the bottom of the screen, and you have a choice of where you're going to live stream to. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I'll check that out later. I'm planning to change this from an after lunch stream to a Thursday 6 o'clock stream. So maybe catch the people when they're coming home from work. I had a lot of comments in the last stream that it just seemed to be a really bad time, and last night when I was on Paul Murray's stream, Peter from Australia mentioned that it was Peter Carroll. It was 3 a.m. there when I came on.
Right.
I said, well, geez, you got nothing else to do at 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's right. What else do you do?
Yeah, this 100% participation, But no, it's. I think it's probably going to be. a better time, I think, for viewers, and a better time for me. I would have gone to Elora today if I didn't have to be back here by 1 o'clock for this stream. So it interferes with my mid morning, my noonish flight time. You know, everybody likes the golden hour. I think the golden hour is noon. There's no shadows. No matter where you shoot from, the light's the same. So we'll stick with that. You know, Matt North likes to fly it at dawn. You know, just the break of dawn, and get that golden hour shot. But I told him his shadows are too long. He should do something in editing to shorten up the shadows. You know. But you do morning streams too, don't you, Dennis? On the weekend. Yeah.
It's hard to catch a sunrise except in the morning.
Yeah. I'm not up by then. Although I do sometimes catch your streams, or sometimes watch them, watch the replays. You know. Yeah, they're good. They're good. And I've been thinking about maybe doing sunsets because I'm usually still up at that time.
Those are often pretty here. I don't do it sometimes, but I don't do it often.
Yeah.
Because I do the sunrise. That's kind of it's not a business, but it's a what do I want to say? It's something that people expect to see.
Yeah.
So I just feel like sunset interferes with all of that.
Yeah. Well, I was doing this regularly on Tuesday and Thursday before at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I started to get a following, but then I got that dumb job that I did. I worked for about 3 months for the Canadian government. Worst job ever. But it was like it wasn't 24 hours a day, but you were always kind of on call. You just never knew when you were going to have to work. You know, some days you'd only get 2 hours of work, but you'd be sitting on the edge of your seat waiting for it, right? Mm-hmm. So it wasn't the sort of thing where I could say, yes, I'll be available Tuesday or Thursday at 1 o'clock. Right. You know, you just didn't know when you were going to get a call out. So as a result, there was 3 months there that I didn't stream at all, and I couldn't fly much because really I was, like I said, on call, and it was kind of a tough time. But the good news is I get 50 weeks of unemployment insurance now, so.
Wow. 50?
So, 50, yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, I worked for 3 months and get 50 weeks, so. Well, shh.
Okay.
Just between us. Us and 6 viewers. And the other thing I keep forgetting to do, I'm going to go over to the other screen and edit this.
By the way, 6 viewers, he knows where you all live.
That's true, eh? Oh, boy. There we go. Show how many. Okay, save that. Okay, we're back at it. There we go. Okay. Oh, no. Hold on. Let's get out of there. Let's view it on YouTube. Okay, there we go. Make sure it's muted. Yep. Yes, so now when I start the stream, it doesn't show how many people like and dislike, and I like people to be able to see that. And I like to know too. So, I've got 6 people watching and five likes, and that's good.
That's a setting in your,
yeah, and I think it defaults to don't show it. So I'll have
really?
Yeah, I'll have to figure out how to change the default so it does show, because it's showing now. Yeah. 4 people watching and 5 likes, so I'm ahead of the game. It's 4-0 for the home team.
There you go.
Oh man, yeah. So anything else new with you guys, or
Nope.
no?
Nothing here. I was just responding to Rod who just tried to call me, so I'm calling him that I'm on your stream and he should join.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he should. He should. He got an invite for sure. We had we had an event while Roger Palooza was on that prevented me from going to Quebec, and that was my son's arrival from Iraq. He came back and safely landed in Canada, and then came here for a weekend visit. So
That's good.
that was kind of nice. He was 3 months late coming home, and
Wow.
yeah, and when he did come home, let me just pop that up. I gave him my old car. I traded in. I was going to trade in 2 cars, but they weren't giving me much money for either one. So I traded in my Toyota and kept my little 4x4 Subaru, and then gave it to him when he came back. Just an extra car for them to have in the yard, and he was thrilled to get it. It's an old junker, but you know, but for him, it's going to be a great winter beater, and his stepson, who's 17, can drive it. But
cool.
I'll just share with you a little customization he did on his Forester. Share that screen. Share screen. A window. This one. There we go. Okay, there it is. He changed the name of the car from a Forester to a Foster. So, so he's got his own name on the back of the car now.
That is nice work that he did.
Yeah. Well, what he did was he took the RE out of Forester and just moved the FO over, and
Yeah, but I mean, maybe the picture's just not showing the tail, but it looks like he did a really nice job of fixing them and covering the holes.
yeah, right up in here you can see the where the FO had been. I don't know if you can. Oh, hold on, I got to go to this screen. Right there, you can see where the FO was.
Oh, now I see.
Right, and he just kind of he
must
must
have
have
off as part of the reflection. Now I
yeah, he cut it here and he cut it here,
yeah.
and then just slid that business over and
I got it.
probably
Pretty cool,
super glued it down. So yeah, yeah, sort of a different take on things. But he waxed the thing all up. It looks like a new car. You know, it's got over 200,000 kilometers on it.
Well,
Now the other one that we traded in was a 2006 Toyota Corolla that had over 500,000 kilometers on it. That's like 300,000 miles.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks after we traded it in, we realized that we had left the transponder for the toll highway here, the 407 highway, in the car. So I called the dealer and said, I told him, I said, we left this transponder in the car. And he said, well, I'll track the car down. We'll see if we can get it back. And he called me back about 3 hours later, and he said, yes, we found your car. It's on a container ship heading for Africa. He said, he says, you're not getting it back. And I don't have any trouble with them using the transponder on a highway in Ontario. So it's it's going to be okay. We contacted the company that owns the highway, and they said, yeah, don't worry about it. You've had the thing long enough that it's long ago paid for itself. We'll just cancel it. So we're golden. But interesting to find out that they would sell an old car like that to Africa. Maybe they're going to take it apart and use it for parts. I don't know
maybe.
what it is. It was a rust bucket. I guess it won't rust much in Africa, but
Right. One man's junk, another man's treasure, right?
yeah. Well, we got $500 for the trade, and I was saying to the dealer, I said, so you're going to give me $100 for the car and $400 for those Michelin tires, right? The tires were worth more than the car. Oh, and there's Blind Neil has just joined us in the chat too. So
Hey, Brian Neal.
yeah, so we're gathering up an audience, and we're at 6 likes now. There you go, 6 watching, 6 likes. We're in good shape.
One of those is mine.
Yeah, and I think hold on, I haven't clicked the like button yet. Hang on, let's go there. I can like myself. There we go. We're at 7.
Right.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so I'm getting, I think I'm going to have to talk to Paul Murray about Zoom. He's saying select 3 dots on the bottom. I didn't see the 3 dots. Blind Neil says echo when Dennis speaks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, am I echoing too, Neil? No? Okay. It's probably the reverb you have set for the for your ukulele.
That's gotta be it.
that's gotta be it.
Actually, have a reverb on it. Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
It's really powerful like that.
Yeah. Now you've got another channel, Dennis Sings. Is it getting some followers too?
No, I don't advertise that. I mean, there are a few people that I don't know. When I created that channel, I was a little bit shy about my voice, you know. But,
Okay.
I'm a whole lot less shy about it now. I stick my microphone with it.
Do you have another microphone you can drop?
Say that again?
Is there another microphone in your list of stuff?
No. When I left, did the echo go away?
Don't know.
Okay.
Well, I'll leave, so maybe it's going to be me that's going to be doing it, but I doubt it because it actually goes away when Gary just mute yourself real quick. Just want to try something. Now, Dennis, can you talk?
Yeah, hello.
See, now it's perfect.
Huh.
So it seems to be my microphone picking up Dennis and making him echo.
Yeah. WTF, Mike, suggested maybe your microphone is near your speakers.
Well, the speaker's in the computer. How about if I turn that way? Is that better?
Let's find out.
Was that better?
Is that
A
better?
little bit. I can hear Dennis a little bit better.
How about that?
Hello.
No, I can still hear the echo from only Dennis.
Huh. Sounds like my mic is picking up the speaker. Let me just.
Is your microphone close?
Well, my computer, my camera right there, arm's length away. There's my camera. My camera and the computer are one, right?
Yep.
So the speakers are in the confuser there. My mic is on the edge of the desk, so it's right. Well, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there.
Okay.
I saw it.
Yeah. So
Move the microphone lower underneath the table just for a test. See if the microphone might actually pick it up.
how's that?
Let's find out.
Is that better?
No. I'm thinking it's your software that's acting up. It's weird. Anyways, I gotta get back to work, guys. I'll talk to you.
Okay, that better now?
Hello.
No, I think it's the software that's acting up. It's
That's-
not the microphone.
Yeah,
It's
that's
their software.
yeah, that's got to be. My microphone was under the desk there, so
See you guys later.
Nice to see you, Frank.
yeah. But you're not getting any feedback from the air conditioner, right?
From my air conditioner?
Yeah. Can you hear my air conditioner?
Oh, I hear a low level hum.
Yeah, because in here it's fairly loud.
But it's not disturbing. It's just like a little buzz. You hear that.
Yeah. Well, thanks for stopping in, Frank. Yeah. Mute yourself. Click on the mic bottom left of Zoom. I'm not on Zoom.
As far as you know. Uh-oh, now you're silence.
And there, and I've got a mute button right on.
It works. Don't hear you.
No, and then I unmute and I'm okay. So
Yeah.
I'm able to mute right from the mic. So that's that's not bad. And it wasn't yeah, microphone's awesome, just need a headphone. Yeah, you're right. I think you're right there, Neil.
That
I
might
think
make
what
it
I'll
work.
do is I'll use my earpods on Thursday. And then I'll have voices in my head.
I have them all down.
What was it I saw Jim Beauchart post the other day? It says, my imaginary friend thinks you have a mental problem. Oh, boy. Yeah, so when I mute, there's no echo from Dennis. Okay, so it's picking up something that's coming, and I didn't have that problem on Paul's stream, so it's probably a StreamYard thing, because I was on with Paul on Zoom and didn't have any of those problems, and Zoom also allows me to blur my background, so you don't see my Brant Aerial sign back there, or my beautiful new Brant Aerial's hard hat
All right.
for when I'm on the job. So
Be cool.
yeah. The job that I'm on, they gave me the hard hat, and my daughter made all the lettering for me. So
Wow.
yeah, so she's got one of those Cricut vinyl cutter things.
I don't know about those.
Oh yeah, she does all kinds of neat stuff. I'm gonna have to get her the eyeballs pattern and get new eyeballs for my next this drone here. Oh, there we go. That guy doesn't have the eyeballs.
Mavic
So-
2 Pro, yeah.
Yeah. No, this is the
Sorry.
that's the Air 2S, right? With the upward sensors. It's almost like it's almost like it's got 4 eyes, eh?
Yeah.
You know, I'm quite impressed with it. The only thing I don't like is the fly app, but
Yeah,
no, I'll get used to it.
Unfortunately, I'm afraid we all will.
Yeah, for sure. Well, when I'm doing the commercial job that I do down the road, I always bring the original Mavic Air with me in case this one's failing, and it has. So, it's always nice to have a fully charged backup, and and I'm using the Go 4 app, which I'm really comfortable with. You fly with the same thing for 3 years, you get pretty comfortable, But I guess it's like getting into a new car. You have to kind of get used to where all the controls are, right?
Well, it's different from a new car in that most new cars have more features than the old car. Right?
Oh, they do. Oh, for sure.
There you go. I'll just stop right there. That's the next step.
Yeah. I got this new car after having that old Subaru, and it was like night and day.
Yeah.
Got the big screen. I can plug my phone in. I've got navigation right on the on the big screen. The radar cruise control is unbelievable. You just set it and forget it, right?
Yeah.
I'll be going into town. I set the thing for 90 kilometers an hour, and as we get into town, all the traffic around me slows, and the car slows down with it. And it's still set at 90.
I understand. My car doesn't do that. The cruise control instead of the 90 is 90. So you can be ready. But the rental car that we used when we were in South Dakota, that had that.
Yeah, and it's great.
What I found out was, what I discovered over time was that, you get behind somebody, you're doing 70 miles an hour, let's say, and you get behind somebody who's doing 65, and the car slows down, you don't notice that.
Yeah.
And then maybe he slows down to 60. And pretty soon you're doing 50 miles an hour, and you're, wait a minute, why are we doing 50,
And then you pull out into the passing lane and the thing takes off, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm quite enjoying it, especially when you get into that stop and go traffic.
Right.
You know, you get some stop and go where you're just sitting there on the highway and there's construction ahead. I set it on cruise. It stays about 8 or 10 feet from the car in front of me. I hit the lane keep button. It does the steering. You know, I can have a little conversation with somebody. And what's interesting though is the GPS won't allow you to make any adjustments unless you're in park.
What do you consider an adjustment?
Well, if you wanted to change your destination or something, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't do any of that. Anything that requires you to do touchscreen stuff, it's just saying no. It'll let you change radio stations, but any of the Apple CarPlay stuff, it just says nope, not doing it, not available at this time, right?
So you can't do voice control for your navigation.
Oh, maybe you could. Yes, yeah, I could probably tell Siri to reroute. You know, and that would probably work, right?
Right.
Yeah, that would work. And the other thing is, if I get an incoming message on Messenger, I just click the thing and it reads it to me.
Wow.
You know, and then it says, "Do you want to reply?" And then I can do a voice reply.
Well, that answered my question. I was going to ask you to reply to it.
Yeah. It's just a simple click to say play the message, and then another click to say reply to the message, and then you can dictate your message, and it'll show it, and it'll say send, and you go, yep, that's good, can do, right? Yeah.
But you have to read it.
What's that?
In order to determine if you want to send it or not, right?
Yeah.
Oh well.
And this one that I got this time is a hybrid. So I've got a Toyota RAV4, which is it's a mid-size SUV.
Yeah.
It gets better gas mileage than my Corolla got.
Wow.
You know, I'm around 5.6 liters per 100 kilometers. So, it's got a small tank, a little 50-liter tank. How much is 50 liters?
I don't do liters to gallons.
Just a second. Hey Siri, what's 50 liters in U.S. gallons?
50 liters is 13.21 gallons.
13.21 gallons. So I'm about 13 and a half gallons in that tank. I have a range of 850 kilometers.
It's about 500.
Yeah, 500 miles. Over 500 miles on 13 gallons of gas. So,
Wow.
yeah, so it's not doing too bad. I figure around 45 miles to the gallon, something like that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. And it's funny, you're watching the little dial on the dash, and it will tell you when the engine comes on and is sending power to the wheels or to the battery,
Right.
or when the wheels are sending power to the battery. Every time you slow down or go down a hill, you're generating electricity and charging that battery back up.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so sometimes you look and you're getting 2.5 liters per 100 kilometers because you're going downhill, so you're not burning any gas, right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting, and I'm not really a hyper miler type of guy. I'm not opposed to sticking the thing in sports mode to get out to merge into traffic. The thing takes off like a rocket with all those electric motors going, right? It's got three electric motors, and
Really?
yeah. Well, there's so much technology in that car. I have a hard time to wrap my head around it. Motor one starts the gas motor. So there's no starter. There's an electric motor that starts the car, but also charges the battery. the battery also powers motor 2. Motor 2 will also charge the battery on braking. And motor 3 is the rear wheels, and it also charges the battery on braking. So motor 3 only provides power when it needs traction or when you first take off.
Okay.
Motor 2 is a drive motor for the front wheels, but also a generator for the battery. Motor 3 just starts the engine and charges the battery. So it's the strangest thing. And this car has no belts. There's no belts in the engine at all.
Was it chains?
No, it's all electric.
Oh,
You got electric oil pump, electric water pump, electric air conditioning. You know, I can go out into the driveway and start the car. The engine doesn't start for about 20 minutes. It'll sit there for about 20 minutes with the air conditioner running. Just on battery. You know? It's the craziest thing. My wife goes into the grocery store, I stay out in the car, leave the air conditioner running, but the car's not running.
wow.
You know? So you're not burning any gas, so you know, it's a real education for me. Now it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the winter, because you don't have an engine running. Where's the heat going to come from? Right?
Yeah.
Now they also
Electric
have
heater?
yeah, maybe some electrics, but the other thing they have is in the catalytic converter there's a heat exchanger
Right.
that brings heat in. So, and I guess the battery itself generates heat. So, yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. You know.
They got some smart people working on that stuff.
Oh man, you know the technology and you can tell this is a Canadian car. You know, I've got the heated seats, the heated steering wheel, and now they have heated windshield wipers. Now they don't really heat the windshield wiper. What they do is they put a heating element in the glass at the bottom of the windshield. So when the car is idling, and the windshield will get warm, so that ice doesn't build up on the wipers.
Right.
So, you know, who would have thunk it, right?
Yeah.
Now,
I think the cold weather package on BMWs has heated mirrors as well.
yeah, and I've got heated. Yeah, I've got heated. My Subaru, my old 2007 Subaru had heated mirrors too.
Yeah.
And well, and that's great.
Oh, yeah.
That's really good. Even in the summer, if they're wet and misty, you just turn the heater on and it dries them right off. So
Yeah. I guess you have some heated seats as well there.
yeah,
Yeah.
heated but not cooled. But
Right.
but this car, that air conditioner, I tell you, it works like a refrigerator. It's it's a piece of work. No, I'm quite impressed with Toyota's technology in that car. You know, with the 3 electric motors and no belts, and you know.
Yeah. I wonder how they drive the camshaft. I wonder if that's the belt or a chain or a gear.
For what?
The camshaft.
Oh well, yeah. That's another thing too. Is it's not a regular 4-cycle engine. It's Atkinson cycle. Do you know anything about Atkinson cycle?
No.
I don't understand it. Somehow the exhaust stroke is longer or shorter than the compression stroke. How they do that, I don't know. There's like double.
It's not a winkle, right?
A wankle?
Winkle.
No. A wankle's rotary, but this is this is 4 cylinders. And I think basically it's just a little motor to provide charge. I don't know how much horsepower it actually puts to the wheels, because whenever you jump on it, the electrics are going at the same time as the engine's going. So you know they're both kicking out the power. So yeah, I don't know. Just more technology than I need to have. But I'm really happy with my with my cruise control, my radar cruise control, and my lane keep assist, and I got the sunroof now, so if I'm smoking in the car, I just pop open the back of the sunroof. I don't have to roll the windows down. And
Right.
yeah, it's kind of a neat experience. Now you've got a Bimmer, you've got a convertible, don't you?
Got it was Z4. Yeah. That's all. It's a 2005.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice car.
Yeah. It is.
That's pretty nice. And my daughter just bought a 2021 Mazda MX-5, the Miata.
I traded in my. I drove the Audis from '90 to 2005, and I traded in my. And I'm sorry, I did a 10th year anniversary edition Miata for a.
Oh yeah,
BMW.
yeah.
I'm not sorry that I did, but I wish I had both.
The Miata makes me insane.
How's that?
My daughter won't wash it. She she has this white car that when it's clean.
Now we can't blame the car for this.
Oh man, that white car looks like a piece of jewelry sitting in the driveway. It's like a pearl, right? And I go out there and you can see little dribbles of dirt coming down from the mirrors, and it just makes me insane. But I've gone out a couple times and washed it, but no, she just drive the thing. Just drive it. Oh.
That was our son until I don't know, not long ago. He never washed the car.
Oh yeah. When I was a kid, my dad would always let me have the car as long as I washed it.
Mm.
You had to wash the car, and you had to wax it on the weekend. The car had to be waxed on the weekend. Well, I can remember them going away on a 2-week vacation. They flew down to Jamaica or someplace, and my dad said, "You can use the car, just make sure you wash it. Keep it washed." And I'll tell you, I'd take that thing to school, and I come home and I wash the car every day. And now looking back, I thought they weren't coming back for 2 weeks. They wouldn't know if I washed the car or not, right? But I religiously,
Well, that's good.
it was ingrained in me. Every time you use the car, you wash it.
Yeah. Well, that was the purpose, and that's
That
good.
was-
It's stuck with you, right?
Well, maybe I thought the neighbors would rat me out if the car got dirty. I
We
don't
saw
know.
some dust on your car. Sleeping home.
On Tuesday the 14th, your car was dirty. And there was no sign of Gary out there with a hose and a brush and wax. I'm not that nuts about it anymore. My car out there now it's kind of dirty. It's been out in the rain, and it's got some dirt on it, but it's a truck. It's not that little jeweled piece, that little jewel Miata. It's not white. It's Now I'll tell you something, just a little backstory on this new RAV4. I went in and I told the guy, I said, this is what I want. I know what I want. I've looked it up online. I said, I'm 67 years old. This may be the last new car I buy. The last new car I bought was 15 years ago. By the time I buy another one, I'll be 82. I said, so I know what I want, and this is what I want. And I told him the color. I told him the interior color. He did a search online. Couldn't find the model I wanted in that color with the interior. So he says, we're going to have to factory order it. I said, yeah, well, that's what we have to do. That's what we have to do. I can wait, right? So he places the factory order, calls me. He says, it's going to take about 7 weeks. I said, that's fine. I'll wait the 7 weeks. I said, I've got 2 cars that are running. Neither of them has air conditioning, but I'll get by, right? Excuse me. Finally, about 6 weeks later, he says, good news, your car's early. It's come in. Can you pick it up on Friday? I said, sure, we'll be there. We go there. They do the whole thing. They've got it in this little bay, and everything's gleaming. They got lights on it. They got a specialist come out and tell me how to work stuff. They hook up Apple CarPlay. They do all this stuff. I've got the exact car I ordered right from the factory. We get it. It was 1 o'clock in the afternoon. My wife said, "Well, let's go grab something to eat." I said, "Sure, let's do." And right around the corner from the dealership was a McDonald's. I said, "Well, we'll do McDonald's drive-through because we still couldn't do eat-in because of the coronavirus thing." So we do the drive-through thing, and I go up and I make the order and blah, 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 and then you pay for it, and then you go up and you pick up the order. Well, off to one side, they have a place for special orders where if you have to wait, they'll bring the stuff out to your car, right? Out in that very spot where you pick up the special order is the twin to my car that I special ordered and waited 7 weeks for. The same model, the same color, the same interior, the same everything. I hadn't had this car 10 minutes and ran into its doppelganger. They couldn't find anywhere in Canada or the northern U.S. to match it, and there it is. You know, sometimes you just can't win for losing.
That's right. Hey, AZ drone dude, I just noticed you there.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm sorry.
Make sure under the audio and echo cancellation, mute audio, echo cancellation. Okay.
Did it. That did it.
That did it?
Yep. That did
Okay.
it.
We're in.
Send that dude an extra $1.
Yeah. 134. Took him 34 minutes to come up with that. Come on. Well, I got to admit, it took me almost 20 minutes to realize that he put that in there. Oh, boy. He's been in there over 45 minutes ago. Oh, man.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, and Bob Casey.
Hey,
Just
Bob
got in
Casey.
and made it. Yeah. Good stuff. All right. Well, he's made it almost. We're almost ready to call it a day here. We're almost an hour here now. So.
Well, I'm glad you got the echo resolved though. That's good.
Yeah. Let's
And
just.
that took that air conditioner hum right away too. That's the reason I knew it was solved.
Okay.
It's a really, really clean sound now. Really.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. It was. It's funny. My daughter works at Staples, and she can get 15% off. And I looked on Staples' website, and they had one, and I mentioned it to her, and she goes, "Oh, Yeti. That's all I hear all day is, do you have Yeti?" I said, "Well, did you want to pick one up?" "Oh, Yeti. So anyway, I was in town. I went to Best Buy, right? And Best Buy had it for $50 less than Staples.
Wow.
Well, the 15% discount does me no good when I can save $50 right off. So I just put the box, cashed out, and away we go. So here we are. But I had heard a lot of not complaints, but a lot of concern about the sound that I was putting out. So I figured, okay, well, let's do something about it. And I made all this government money and get to collect unemployment insurance for 50 weeks, and I can afford it.
Telling people that.
No. For 50 minutes. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, so I mean, I put a little bit into the channel. I get nothing out of it, but
Pretty cool.
yeah, it's a good little hobby.
Yeah.
I think if you approach it as a hobby and not a business, you'll enjoy it. If you try and make money at it, you're going to
Oh, there's no way I've tried to make money off of YouTube.
make yourself insane. Well, there was that big quest to get 1,000 subscribers, eh? And I did that. I got 1,000 subscribers, and then, slowly you lose 5 a month or so, and the next thing you know, you're down to 960, and at this point, it doesn't matter. I got the 1,000 at one point.
I wanted to achieve 1,000 subscribers so I could go live without RTMP.
Oh,
And it
right.
became less important to me, so now I don't even care. I don't even know how many subscribers I have now. I think it's in the 700s somewhere, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to, that thousand. I wanted that thousand, but that's exactly why. It had nothing to do with monetization.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it got me the community tab and, this and that and blah,
yeah,
blah, blah.
yeah.
Big deal. And no, there was no real incentive to go beyond that. And
Right.
now that I've dropped 40 subscribers, who cares?
Yeah.
If some people enjoy the video that I put up, that's great. If they want to join on a chat, that's great too. If they get any information out of this about me yammering about my new car, or my complaints with the Fly app, or
Yeah.
or my self-aggrandizing about the kid who just came home from Iraq 3 months late. But that's just who I am and what we do, I guess. So
I guess that's right.
yeah. So anyway, we're coming up to the hour, Dennis. It's
All right.
1:57. Thanks for joining me.
Well, thanks for having me on. I think maybe I joined you once, maybe twice before.
Yeah.
And, yeah, not a lot. So, but this time it was convenient. I was sitting here I'm actually gathering songs for whenever I don't know when my next live stream will be, whether it'll be this weekend or not, because this weekend I'll be in Maine.
Oh, you're going to Maine?
Yeah, going up to the Portland area. Wendell Live. Wendell has a place up there, and he invited me up. So.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So, I'll be just staying for 5 days, but I don't know. Those 5 days include Saturday and Sunday, and I don't know what that's going to look like. I want to go live from there because there's so much to share.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but on the other hand, I'm staying with him in his place, so and I don't want to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning if that's going to cause him to wake up. I have no idea what the arrangement's going to be like.
Yeah. Well, you'll settle in for a couple of days.
Yeah.
You'll get to know what's going on, right?
But anyway, my original point was I was sitting here collecting songs, figuring out what I'm going to do next, which is why this is sitting right here. But yeah, so the announcement came up. It was very convenient. So there we go.
Very good. Oh, that's great. That's really good. Yeah. I'm planning, I think I'm doing this again on Thursday as sort of a pre-Thursday night live thing.
Yeah.
So, maybe I'll get into that routine. Tomorrow I'm going to be flying that Aurora Gorge mill and waterfall and stuff. And so we may see it'd probably be the weekend before I post that if I get it shot. So, we'll have to see how that goes. We've got a heat wave going here. It's currently, well, it's not bad, 32 Celsius.
Wow, it's a little cool.
32 Celsius?
No, that's in the 80s, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
32 Celsius. Only 52% humidity, though. I got up this morning and it was 99.
Oh, nice.
It was 99 because it doesn't go to 100. It's only got 2 digits. So it was, and everything is green as can be. I'm used to my grass turning a beautiful shade of golden brown in the summer, so I don't have to mow it. But I've got so much grass, I had to go out and buy a lawn sweeper. And I've been pulling off about 30 bushels of grass clippings a week.
Wow.
It's insane.
Wow.
Anyway, thanks so much again, Dennis.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks to everybody in the chat. Just a reminder to try and take a minute to be kind to somebody today. Kindness doesn't cost you anything, and it will make your day and somebody else's day a little bit better. So, do what you can to be kind, and have a great week, everybody.
We'll see you next time.
See ya. Bye-bye. Oh, Dennis is gone too. Have a great week, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.